today I am doing the much anticipated office tour, and I hoed and hummed about when I wanted to do this and how I wanted to do this, but I decided I was just gonna do kind of vlog style where I walk you around and show you everything. And it's not perfect, but I don't think it's ever gonna be exactly what I want, and eventually we're gonna move, so it's kind of like this thing that I just have to be okay with. So the door is right here. When you walk in, this is like the main order fulfillment center. I spend a lot of my time here getting all the orders done and making sure everything is how you guys want it. So this first bin over here, the mailers on one side and the envelopes on the other. In this section with all of the envelopes standing up is where I put all of the unfinished orders. So either they're missing 1 or 2 stickers, or there's just something that I need to complete in their order. This is the stack of orders to work on. They have their addresses on it, that's why it's flipped upside down, and it's just sitting right in front. They already have stamps on them, and they're already stuffed with the inserts and business cards, so it's just really easy to put the stickers in and send them out to all of you guys. This next bin has a bunch of sticky notes where I write down what an order is missing. So if it just needs like Xmas stickers or Christmas stickers, I'll just put a sticky note on it and then put it in this bin. So when it's complete, I can just rip off the sticky note and then reuse it. And then it's super easy to know exactly what I need. So on the actual tabletop itself is the mother of all mothers, I guess, is the giant sticker book where I keep all of the stickers. It's marked, as you can see, with like labels and stuff to help me figure out which stickers are, but it is like bulging huge, so I need to spread it into a couple other books, which I have already purchased. So I'm trying to think of a way to organize it that makes sense between a bunch of different sticker books. Most of the time on the desk I keep my to-do list book and my everyday planner and the pen I like to use, which is just a Sharpie pen. I always use it. And on the other side I keep my Oh Hello notebook, which has all the new releases, any upcoming like dates and events and stuff. Anything important for Oh Hello is kept in this book. I have this tape dispenser that has whatever washi tape I'm using at the moment to mark orders like on the backs of them. I always like to add a little bit of washi tape to them as a nice little touch, so I'm using this pink polka dot one at the moment. And in this bin, I love this bin. I always go and raid this right before I do a plan with me. This has all of these samples that come off of sticker sheets. There's usually a couple I leave at the bottom of each page that they cut themselves out by themselves, and I just throw them in here and add them to your orders. I really like it if I just want to use 1 or 2 stickers of a type without starting a whole new sticker sheet. Behind it is our Dymo that prints the labels for any orders with like sticker books and stuff. Anything bigger than like the regular envelopes we use this label printer. On the bookshelf above the desk, it's pretty plain right now. I haven't figured out exactly what I want to use up here. I want to make it as functional as possible. But right now I just have these 2 My Little Pony stuffed animals and these large Project Life sticker books. These are the ones I use to organize my stickers, and I just use the Project Life photo sheets because most of my stickers are 4x6, so they're really easy to use in that. So I have 2 more of those. I also have this bin full of some secret special things for the June subscription. I think this video is coming out right after they ship out, so soon people will know exactly what is in this bin, but for right now, this is the teaser that you guys are gonna get. And above that, I have a little article about Oh Hello. When I first started it, my alma mater wrote a little news article about it. Moving on to the section next to that computer is where we have the majority of our sticker cutters. We have 2 of the new cameos and 1 of the old button ones. And this is some form of Ikea system. I'll leave it in the description bar if you're curious as to what we put in here. And we didn't keep the back, so it doesn't have the back on it, and we just house the 3 machines that we have, and they're held up by little like command strips, so the doors stay open but it doesn't damage anything, and we don't have to like take the doors off. So we run 4 sticker machines at one time, and they're just all housed. 3 of them are housed over here, and the 4th one is, I'll show you in a little bit, it's over to the left of the other desk. And Alex was really excited about this. He installed these light strips to help with registration, and they actually change color. We usually just leave it on white, but it's fun sometimes when like people are over or if we're not really using them to allow them to switch between different colors. Moving to the other side of the cutting machines is where Alex usually spends the majority of his time. This is where a lot of the printing and cutting happens. That's kind of his role, to make sure everything gets cut and is perfect for you guys. So to the right of his desk is the stack of stickers that we have to cut. There's way more than this, but right now that's all that we've printed off for him to work on. And next to it is the remote control that controls the different colors. I feel like I'm in the lighting. Let's move over here. This is the remote control that controls the colors of the strips for the lighting. We have some inserts for his Etsy shop. I don't know if you guys know this, but he also runs an Etsy shop, and it has like these quirky things. It's very much him. And whenever he gets an order, he puts these inserts in that. He also has an ideas notebook and a 3D printed little pen holder. We have a scale to weigh any sort of packages. If we're not sure how much they weigh, we have this little scale. He also has one of those like pen drawing pads that he keeps below his mouse. Just if he's designing anything he wants to like work with this, it's right there. He has his My Little Pony mug that he got for his birthday from one of our friends. We're kind of MLP fans and we're not afraid to admit it. And then he has a cell phone holder that he 3D printed. He also has this little octopus guy, which I love, that holds all of our SD cards. We have a terrible habit of losing them, so having them in one spot is really nice, so we can just go and grab one from the octopus and then return them when we're done. He always keeps some sticky notes over here for any to-do lists, any orders he has to work on, or any stickers he really needs to print. Above his desk isn't super interesting, but I thought since I'm doing the entire room, I might as well show you. He has this amazing 3D printed skull. It was one of the first things he printed, and it's just unbelievable how cool it looks. And then he has a plant behind him. I'm not sure what type of plant. I think it's just a succulent. But we wanted a little bit of green in our lives. He has a remote for the air conditioning unit we just purchased, but it's not plugged in yet, and I'm like dying of heat right now because I have a ring light on to help with the lighting because it's nighttime, but it's like boiling hot. Then we have a bunch of different paper. This is our cardstock and our watercolor paper we use for the sticker books and our stationery, and then we have just like regular paper and other types of paper up here. I think we have some sticker paper up here. So next to the paper is this 3D printed rocket ship. As you can see, we have a lot of 3D printed stuff going on in here because it is just one of our kind of hobbies, I guess, or Alex's hobby, and I just support him in his hobby. And then my dad also has one. So here is a Groot, and he actually moves in his little pot. So we have a bunch of 3D printed stuff between my dad and Alex. There is this octopus that's actually a magnet, but we have yet to put the magnets on him, so he's kind of just chilling. And then I have my giant, awesome Fluttershy with a crown from a recent Loot Crate video. And she has her Louise hat. This Fluttershy has a lot going on, guys. It's just so much going on. So she's just over on this other shelf. It kind of like extends across the room. And then we have this box full of cards, just really old cards that I've had since I was like a teenager. I just like collect greeting cards to give out to people. There's just a box full of them right here. And then we have our Twilight Sparkle piggy bank. I swear, Alex puts up with me so well for letting me have so much My Little Pony stuff in this office. He said that this one shelf over here is his, so he has all this like manly stuff right here, and the rest could be my kind of enjoyment. So I have our Twilight Sparkle piggy bank and this like bus that's really dirty that we take like product shots for Alex's business because he sells 3D printed necklaces like with words on them. And we tried to take photos on this little bus, but right now I just have this necklace on it that I wear sometimes. It's so dirty, I'm just embarrassed, but I just thought I'd throw this up there to make the bus look a little bit more interesting while it's not in use. To the left of the desk is this bookshelf, which has our first cutter. It doesn't have the lid to it. We take it off because we have to watch the blades and make sure everything's going okay. So this is the Silhouette Portrait, and it was the first cutter machine Alex bought for me way back in September when he was like, just try, just see what happens, and our company exploded, which is crazy. So we have another set of MDNs on it, and he just runs all 4. Beneath it is a bunch of books I'm hoping that he will sell back for me, and some other not so pretty organization method right here, and some stamps. He sold a lot of stamps on eBay for a while. We came into quite a huge collection, and this is the last little bit of it before it's all gone, which is super exciting. Some paperwork of the original like inspiration to my company. A lot of weird stuff going on right there, and some binders. It's not the prettiest bookshelf, but you gotta have those functional spaces in your office to make everything else look pretty and work. To the left of the window, which has the new air conditioning unit, it's nothing pretty to look at, is this like work desk, I guess is what we call it. It has this whiteboard because Alex's desk used to be over here when we didn't have the business. So it just has like push pins, this like $1 million bill, and some magnets of the original cards I made. On this desk is the laminator I use to make dashboards, and I have some dashboards in the works right now. I just have to cut them and make them perfect and actual dashboards, because right now they're just laminated. And then I have my paper cutter, which I cut stationery on, or if there's like sticker sheets that are being stubborn, I can cut them on here. And I have this little bin on the floor to collect all of the scraps, so I'm not running all over the place trying to collect everything and the floor's not getting super dirty. Under the desk is this box full of stickers. This is kind of like they're not good enough to be whoops stickers. I'll explain more of that later. I'm actually gonna show you the drawer system. I forgot to do it, so I'll show you that as I move around the room. But these are just like, they're okay stickers, but they're definitely not quality enough to give to you guys. Like this one is an Easter one that got cut really poorly on the side. Like it got cut weird. So there's just a bunch of different stickers that if they come off the cutting board, I guess, not good, I just throw them in here. And underneath here is some sticker paper and some other odds and ends that aren't that exciting to get into. So next up is the bookshelf that contains everything we use for the business. It just is the best piece about this room. It's not the prettiest, but it's the most functional, and it really helps us to stay organized and keep our countertops clear, because things can get a little crazy when you're producing tons of stickers like we are, and we need all the space we can get. So I'm just gonna go through bit by bit to explain to you every little section. The one with the priority mail flat rate envelope on top of it is our sticker paper, and it's kind of like a company secret, I guess, what kind of sticker paper we use. We just want to keep it to ourselves to help set us apart from other sticker companies. So I'm not going to show you guys that square, but everything else I'm more than happy to tell you all about. On the top is just a bunch of mailing things. Alex bought a lot of these craft paper ones when he was doing his stamp stuff. So we have tons of those left over and these really nice big mailers. These gray boxes and the boxes above it are our sticker books. We order in bulk, so it's more affordable for everyone to purchase them, and we're not spending tons of money on the products. We have more mailers, some envelopes that we use for our orders, and this has a photo that Alex took. We were testing out the quality of a sticker paper, and in it are just more mailers. We have tons. I feel like we're never gonna run out. This first square is full with the envelopes we use. We get them from Walmart and they never carry as much as we need. So we usually work with our local Walmart to order bulk and then we purchase it right away. So it's like all the way back, like 2 rows back. Below the envelopes, we have this section that's kind of just odds and ends. We have a bunch of cutting blades, the notepads that I use for dashboards. We keep our blades. I feel like at some point we're gonna figure out a really clever way to reuse them or something. So we have a bunch of blades there, smaller envelopes in the back, and some cutting mats. We're running low, so we just placed an order. We usually have about 10 cutting mats on hand at a time because you don't wanna run out of cutting mats when you're trying to produce a lot of stickers. Below that is one of the many units that we use for our chevron mailers. Here's another one, and there's 2 more full of these. I just placed an order that came in because I'm about to do the June subscriptions and we need 100 of them. So I wanted to make sure that I had enough. Moving to the left is just a bunch of these like binders that I've had for a while. These hold a lot of different color cardstocks. Here's some more like stationery scrapbooking paper. Next to it is the lid to the silhouette. I just keep it in here just in case I want to throw it back on there, but usually we don't. And then I have 2 binders, one of which is mine and Alex, and the other one's Alex's. And they're full of just awards and different things we've collected during our college years. The square above it is not very pretty, and it was prettier before I messed around in there. It just has a lot of the computer office odds and ends that are never that attractive to look at. We have some matting board for photography on the right side. We just keep it because it's expensive and we might mat some photos in the future and we don't want to get rid of them. We have some magnetic strips, some different types of tape and some packaging tape, and then in the back we have CDs and CD envelopes and some rubber bands, and then the arc hole punch that I use for my blog content book. The section above holds all of the inserts that we print on with our logo and everything, and we just buy this in bulk too. We buy everything in like serious bulk, and these boxes have all of the business cards that we use in the orders as well. This next cube is kind of odds and ends for maintenance. We have Goo Gone, which is a necessity around here. When we leave, I'm pretty sure we have to douse the floor in this because the amount of stickers that have stuck to the hardwoods is insane. We dry erase markers, a lot of cans of air, some different adhesive spray, and these water bottles. We were thinking about doing some vinyl work, but then I got too busy to like actually focus on it. So we have a couple of products back there that we're gonna eventually toy with, and a bunch of different brushes. Didn't know where else to put them, so I thought they could just sit in here. This section is the paper, and below that is where we keep all of our ink and our clear baggies that I always use for stationery, but I sometimes use for stickers as well, but mostly it's just for various cards and things. Below that is some cardboard mailers that I use for the large note section stickers that we have. We have some magnetic sticker paper. I think it's like you can print, magnetic photo paper that you can print on. The bottom level of this row has some bubble wrap and a bunch of the rolls for our Dymo label printer. Those are what the black things are. Back to the bottom row is more envelopes. The next one is envelopes. And then this one is where we keep, if we do the mail merge wrong, we'll end up with envelopes with stickers or stamps on them. If like we decide that we want to ship it in a bubble mailer instead, we'll have that envelope left over. So I recycled them and just put a sticker on top of the old address and write the new address. So if you ever get one that has a white sticker on top of like in the center, it's a reused one. I'm trying to not like kill all the trees and waste all the money on postage, so it's just a reused one that we keep here. Below that is just an empty box. Honestly, there's nothing in that. It's just an empty little box I got from Ikea. This last shelf is kind of like odds and ends and notebooks and stuff. It has a photo of Alex on his graduation with me. And then behind there are some paper clips, like 3D printed paper clips, and the little inserts that I put into subscriptions now to remind people to mark their calendars for the new subscription, and it has a little sticker with it. Another empty box. I tend to hoard boxes and I just use them to like create dimension, but usually they're empty. I have my recollections notebook with those like books everyone was crazy excited about. I filmed a video about it if you're curious as to what those are. So I have that notebook, my blog content planner, and these plastic dividers that hold some of the old subscriptions. I like to try and keep a copy in my records of what was in the subscription. It hasn't really worked lately, but in the past, or at least the first few ones, I did that. These envelopes in the back hold all of the shipping labels for the subscription. So if you get a label or if you buy a subscription, let's start there. If you buy a subscription, I will print the label immediately, even though the subscription will not ship until the 20th of the month before which it's for. So like the June subscription is gonna ship May 20th. I keep all of the mailing labels in here, so on the day that we're doing the subscriptions, it's super easy just to rip them off and then put them on the envelopes. So if you're ever curious as to why like your 3-month subscription all got their labels printed, it's because they are in here and they're gonna ship out on the 20th of every month. So next to the bookshelf is a filing cabinet with our new Game of Thrones stickers, our magnets that we got from the Loot Crate last month. This has all of my schoolwork and all of our like personal documents and stuff. Nothing really business related is kept in here. This closet is a disaster, but it houses all of our camera supplies. We have a lot of lights in there and tripods and stuff, but I'm not gonna go into that. So I forgot to go through this Alex 5 drawer. Alex 5 drawer. Look at the floor. Like I was saying, it's a disaster. I don't want to talk about it. So I forgot to go through this drawer when we were over on this side. This is the entrance, the front door, to give you a little bit of perspective. And this is where everything that you'll need to like fulfill an order would be. So the top drawer has the washi tape I like to use for the backs of the orders, the coil clips that go with the coil guides. If you order a hole punch guide, we include some coil clips to make it easier for you. We have business cards and some inserts and a bunch of stamps, all in this one drawer. So all you have to do is like open it while you're working over there and pull out anything you need. It's super handy. The next drawer is a little more disorganized. These are 2 envelopes that I have no idea who they go to. So we've kept them around just to hope that they'll eventually like figure themselves out. So I just leave them in that drawer. But this is all of the stickers that didn't make the cut. As you can see by the top one, there's like a bunch missing, like the sticker mat was too sticky and it pulled a bunch off, or this one is like a little too bendable. And then there's a bunch of these sets. I just made these today actually. So this is what I call our whoops drawer. If the stickers are still good, like if the majority of the stickers on the sheet are good, or if the cut is off slightly, or there's just something about them that isn't perfect to send in a regular order, I'll put it in this drawer. And I'm gonna actually have a sale soon and I'm super excited about. So there are 10 sticker sheets in each of these sets. I have probably like 30 sets back here. And I'm probably gonna sell them for about $5, or I might do like if you spend 30 bucks, you get a free set of whoops stickers. Not entirely sure, but that is coming up very soon, probably the end of the month sometime. So actually really soon, you'll see the whoops sale up and live, and there's a lot of really good stickers. Some of the sheets you'll be like, I don't understand why they're whoops stickers, but there's just something about them that I'm not crazy about, or they lost one sticker, or it's just not the right color. There's a bunch of different reasons for them to end up in this drawer. So it's still a really good deal. Plus you get a lot of stickers you probably wouldn't usually have bought. It's always really interesting. So definitely keep an eye out for that sale. It's coming very soon. Moving on to the third drawer, this houses all of our stationery for either my business or Alex's Etsy shop. It has just a bunch of different types in here. Usually they're already ready to go, but some of them are not in envelopes. In the back is my hole punch, their corner rounder, some cards that still need to get folded, the ruler I use to fold them. I'm very particular. I'm sure I could get a nicer looking ruler, but that's the ruler I started with, and I will use it until the day it snaps. I'm just weird that way. Back here are some dashboards that still need to get cut, and the envelopes that I use for the stationery. Up front is all of the dashboards that are ready to go. These are the full-size ones, and then here are the smaller ones right here. The next drawer are completed sticker books. These are the ones that already have their covers on them, or there's the covers beneath it that I still have to like cut out and get ready for them. And in the back is where I keep the large stickers, like the brand collaboration stickers and the rack pen pal ones. The rack pen pal ones sell really well, so we usually don't have any in stock like on hand. We have to print and cut them for each order. And below that is where I keep the sticker books that have yet to be put like their covers on. So I just keep a bunch of them here, so if I'm doing orders and I realize I need a certain sticker book and I haven't actually made it, I can just grab one of these. So that is it. That is my office tour. If you have any specific questions or want to see something in more depth, just let me know. But this video is long enough as it is, so I just wanted to do as quick of an overview as I could manage. But that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!